My name is Angela Stanton. I am the national best-selling author of Lies of a Real Housewife. Many of you may remember me from my memoir when it was released back in March 2012. And days after my book was released, my publisher and I were hit with a $30 million lawsuit by Phaedra Parks from Housewives of Atlanta.
I think that Phaedra is backpedaling, and yup, she lied, and we caught her.
About a Housewives viewing party. I did not plan it, but Angela Stanton.
Again, because it was mentioned in season 3 by Nene, but I don't think people picked up on it. I had poured my entire soul into that book. This was my moment of healing. This was my moment of redemption, and it was snatched away.
I took Angela's case because I saw her testimony that she gave in the videos that Vibe released. I researched the case and looked into the background of who I knew was Miss Parks' husband on the television show, and saw that he had actually been implicated in some crimes that were almost exactly what Angela had described.
You did.
Really?
I could have brought Angela Stanton and set her right here because I don't have a dirty soul like
Twirly,
that.
you could just stay over there because you ain't in this conversation.
I'm absolutely in it.
No,
Because
I don't think people really understand how it feels to be hated for your own truth. So I think that's why my publishing company is very important to me, because I understand that there are people that are afraid to tell their stories. Not afraid because they think something may necessarily happen to them, but they're afraid of being hated. They're afraid of being rejected. And I think that my story is a perfect example of that.
So I guess you want to come at me with all this bullshit. I would have never did that. I wouldn't have brought that lady who wrote that book about her on here to have a sit-down, full-blown conversation. I wouldn't did that. She tried to give me that book. I told her, girl, no, take that book away from me.
She called me
But that would be just like me bringing Angela Stanton on this show to sit down with her to talk about a book and talk about how I can help her promote it.
So if the roles were reversed, would you be irritated if she did that?
I wouldn't be if that was what she
you
does.
so full of shit right now. So if I would have had Angela Stanton sitting in my office,
I sued her and won the case.
What did you win? Because the book's still out there, honey.
Well, it shouldn't be out there.
You can buy that book right now and
Well,
sit up
it
there
should
talking
be
all
out
about
there.
you being a fraud.
We litigated this case. It became obvious to me that Phaedra had filed this lawsuit to try and basically bully Vibe and bully Angela into shutting down the book.
My new book is Dismissed with Prejudice, Phaedra Parks versus Angela Stanton. This book covers the entire case, from the moment that she filed the lawsuit up until the moment that I walked away victoriously. I think it's important for all of us to just take a moment and reflect on those times in our lives when we've been at rock bottom. We all have a story.